right into Only Human, Joe Budden's featuring Emanny. And this is like Joe Budden's in his like deep, I'm keeping it real bag right now. And this is one of my favorite songs from Joe Budden's too.
1, 2, 1, 2.
New Joe Budden's.
Joe Budden, Joe Budden.
New Joe Budden.
Please somebody help my soul. Please somebody help my soul. My soul. Please somebody help my soul. Please somebody help my soul. My soul.
I'll let the man have a talk with the beast in me. I'm holding on to my last bit of decency. I need a vacay, a change of scenery. But mama said wherever I'ma go, I'm taking me with me. I told her.
Yo, that line always stuck out to me when I heard this song too. Like, no matter where you go, you always taking you with you. Like, cause you know, 9 times out of 10, people be trying to leave locations or leave settings to like escape certain shit. When sometimes the common denominator is themselves. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes their common denominator is themselves. So you always bringing you with you. So it don't matter where you go, if you still bringing that same baggage and that same luggage that you thought you was gonna leave wherever you left from. It's still a part of you unless you fix it.
The shit is on my mind and it's been eating me. She got me pissing in a cup, she don't believe in me. It's not the drugs that got me out of my zone. Going days without eating in a crowd, I feel alone, mama. Then she asked me why it seems I never sleep at night. I told her when I close my eyes, my brain just keeps the fight. She said my friends want.
Mind always racing and shit, man. That's crazy when your brain is just not fully healed from shit. You're just always thinking.
Days without eating in a crowd, I feel alone, mama. Then she asked me why it seems I never sleep at night. I told her when I close my eyes, my brain just keeps the fight. She said my friends wanna have an intervention with me. I speak to niggas daily, that was never mentioned to me. She told me it's a higher power and a lower power, and that I'll die if I don't find the strength to overpower. Then I replied, well,
Y'all heard what he just said? There's a higher and a lower power, and you gonna die if you don't find it? Oh, come on.
Niggas daily, that was never mentioned to me. She told me it's a higher power and a lower power, and that I'll die if I don't find the strength to overpower. Then I replied, well, aren't we all? She said, yeah, but that should be on God's terms, not yours.
Thought it's scary, and it makes it hard to breathe again. Like I'm blinded while I'm staring in the mirror, asking God to help me see again. Please help me, but He tells me I'm only human, that I'll be back on my feet again. Please help me, but they act like I'm more than human.
And you know another thing about this Joey Budden's ride right now, Joe Budden ride that I'm going on right now, dog, is like, this is when I started really bang. Like the No Love Lost, Some Love Lost series that he was doing is probably one of his best like outputs of music. You know what I'm saying? And also to say, the sleeper duo throughout this whole thing is Emanny and Joe Budden, dog. Emanny and Joe Budden is the most slept on duo in a long time. You know what I mean? I'm gonna put that out there right now. Joe Budden and Emanny. I know y'all see him on the podcast. I know y'all see him chatting it up, chopping it up, doing their thing. But this is what these dudes used to do back in the day. And when I say back in the day, not even 10 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, dudes really used to do this. That's why I hate when people really be disrespecting Joe Budden. You know what I'm saying? Like, they be calling him Podcast Joe, which he's Podcast Joe now. That's fine. But let's not act like Joey was not doing shit like this back in the day. I understand, you know, people chose aside and went with Drake and all that shit like that when, like, shit was happening. But Joey slept on. There you go.
There you go. I'm trying to weather the storm. I thought that black cloud was gone. It's been been beside me all along, not the song. I wanna sit in silence, don't speak for a minute. Tired of being strong, please let me be weak for a minute. Kinda thought that my disease tried to kill your man first. It was easy to get my hands on 30 milligram perks. Worse, can't be depression, couldn't have it.
This is back when Joey was on that shit, you know what I'm saying? When he was down on a spiral, he was spiraling.
So many secrets I only told through a glass of Patron, my nigga. Speaking of secrets, that's when I got the Kaylin text. Read it and cried, couldn't believe what she was saying next. She said you're going through a lot, I'm hoping you ain't in the grave and dead, cause not too many people know your brain's a mess. Who knew that she was keeping track of it all? I wrote back LOL, but wasn't laughing at all. I ain't tell her just the other day that gun was in my lap, pen and pad in my hand, and I was writing the note. Didn't get far, as soon as I wrote down mom, I just stopped. Couldn't lie to her, couldn't figure out how to say bye to her. Couldn't explain the why to her, couldn't picture her getting the call or somebody saying her son had died to her. And surely
That's deep shit right there. He's talking about some real shit right there. We ain't gonna talk about what he's talking about. He's talking about the thing that we ain't gonna, say on YouTube. But yeah, man. Yeah. Joey, man. Joey was in his bag back then. That's why I'd be like, yo, how do we disrespect Joey, B?
To her, couldn't figure out how to say bye to her. Couldn't explain the why to her. Couldn't picture her getting the call or somebody saying her son had died to her. And shortly after that, my pastor called, which at first I kinda thought it was weird, but that convo preserved me about God's grace and mercy. He ain't even say goodbye.
Yo, timing is everything with a lot of shit, because he's talking about some shit that he probably was really going through in a dark space, in a dark time in his life. And like, once again, timing means everything. When you in that dark path and when you in a dark place and like you teeter on a line, something always kind of happens that either brings you that way or takes you out of that shit, dog. And like he said, the preacher called, dog.
He said, let us pray, and then he went into a prayer. Gripped the phone, closed my eyes, just so happy he appeared. Nigga shed another tear. Maybe he could sense that something had to guard devour. Was thankful that he shed some light upon my darkest hour. All my thoughts are corrupt, this shit is whack. If everybody calls you a duck, will you just quack? Guess a part of me really gives a fuck. Way in the back, when I had that burner ready to bust, I didn't clap. Jump.
I had that burner. Oh man.
Calls you a duck, will you just quack? Guess a part of me really gives a fuck. Way in the back, when I had that burner ready to bust, I didn't clap. Jump.
And it makes it hard to breathe again.
Somebody help my soul, please. Somebody help my soul.
Blinded while I'm staring in the mirror.
Let it go.
Asking God to help me see again. Please help me, but He tells me I'm only human. That I'll be back on my feet again.
Somebody help my soul.
Please help me, but they act like
Man, Emanny is killing this hook so hard, dog. This song, and the reason why I bring back to the song, because I'm like that, I'm only a man. It just was such a good song that I'm like, I had to go to this, man, because this song had put me, like, I was in a dark place while I heard this song, and it actually got me out of my dark place. That's really what it was. Like, I was in such a dark place, and I had this song on repeat, and it, like, literally dug me out of my hole of where I was at, because I was feeling everything that they're speaking on right now. 5 years ago, sitting on not this couch, but a very different brown couch at a whole different place, whole different environment, whole different scenario, whole different setting. I was here. You know what I'm saying? I was literally right in this box that they're rapping and singing about. And it's funny how, you know what I'm saying, like I moved only 30 minutes away from Boston, but while doing that, I thought I could, that's why I say, like, you only gonna bring your problems with you no matter where you go, because I moved away from Boston thinking if I moved away from the city, that whatever problems I had in the city, whatever trauma and stuff that I dealt with and losses that I had in the place that I was at, that I would be okay. And that's not the case at all. I had to go through the healing. I had to go through the grieving. I had to go through all that. I had to go through those thoughts. But those thoughts that they were rapping out in this first half of the song was more or less in the place that I was at. So it's funny how, like, hearing this shit, dog, like, and it's like being on this couch, man, full circle type of moment, man. Almost 5 years ago and some months, man, where I'm just right here on the same very couch listening to the song, but in a different space, tells you a lot, man.
Insanity's definition. Trying to step over insanity's repetition, but I can't, it got me tripping. Whatever.
Because you know, if you keep doing the same thing over and over, you're considered insane. So Jesus.
Yes, I'm insanity's definition. Trying to step over insanity's repetition, but I can't, it got me tripping. Whatever love we had was dead that night. Looking back, we both needed cooler heads that night. Was going off no sleep, eyes red that night. While you was drunk texting me, I hope I read that right. You was beefing about Giselle, beefing about Alexa. Suddenly you was jealous, must've thought that I had sexed her. I was laughing, thought it was funny. Giselle's the homie, Alexa's 20 with hip withdrawals. Nothing about your story should've been sticking at all. I wouldn't dick her at all. I'm guessing maybe you were insecure and never knew me. Was there for 4 months, yet you said this was a new me. In your head, guess the answer to this jealousy was to turn around and try to make me jealous, B. But the part that you neglect was never mind jealousy. This was about respect. Y'all Instagramming pictures, trying to get me upset. You turned that into a night we both would never forget. We both said some things we both probably regret. You was lying to my face and them dots didn't connect, but cool. Only picked you up to try and talk sense in you, and now I'm fucking homeboy up just off the principle. I guess he called himself antagonizing me, but he's a young nigga. That's no surprise in me. Shit, I done fucked some of the best.
Joey is flowing right now, bro. Joey's telling a crazy story right now, too, dog. Listen, once again, people sleep on Joe Budden, man. People sleep on Joe Budden. What up, Chill Rock? What's happening, dog? What's happening? Appreciate you. Congratulations on the 8K, man. Appreciate you. I appreciate you, man. The road to 10K is still going, man. The road to 10K is the 10K. The road to 10K is still going until it stops, and then the next road is 20. But here we go, dog. Right back into it, man. Let me know what y'all think about this song in the comments in the chat, man. You know what I'm saying? Let me know what y'all think about this song. This is Joey at his not his best, but this is Joey right here giving you a song. He's giving you a song right here. All the stuff that people be rapping about now, you know, the depression raps and you know the sad raps. Joey did this. Joey was doing this before it was even cool to do.
I left Shorty weeks ago. You can have it, so I guess the part where I lose is now they got my face plastered all over the news. I'm being falsely accused, and I don't understand. Was this all part of a plan? I guess I'll tell the whole truth when on the stand. How you gonna tell the cops I had guns in my house? Now they got a search warrant just to come to my house. Question, were your feelings worth taking my tomorrow's kid? Do you know Jersey gun laws? I'm talking hollow tips. So you can tell them niggas you roll with whatever you want, but you and I know what's going on. Nigga, that whole night just replays in my mind. Your face is fine. This is a big waste of time. Let's get back to that jealousy. Now you got a nigga facing 3 felonies. All for what? Cause we were no longer dealing. You attacked me, but I'm the villain. Over a fucking iPhone and feelings. Check. You never seen me act like a jerk. I know women will provoke you and get mad when it works. Rather reserved, and that always makes matters the worst. Cause I go on about my business and not act like it hurts. But wait, so now the whole world is watching me get burned here. Which is fine, there's a lesson to be learned here. Which is only fuck with strippers and the bartenders. Anytime there's a pole in the bar center. So even though it's from afar now, I still wish you the best. I know your heart's tender. I'm sorry all, I just got my own scars to tender. Signing off, truly yours with love. God bless.
To breathe again, like I'm blinded while I'm staring in the mirror, asking God to help me see again. please help me. But he tells me I'm only human, and that I'll be on my feet again.
Somebody help my soul.
Please help
somebody
me,
help
but
my
they
soul.
act like I'm more than human. I proved them wrong again.
Please somebody help my soul. Please somebody help my
Don't
soul.
fault me, I'm only human.
Woo! Yo, Emanny solo piece on that, man. That shit brought me back again, man. That shit almost had me getting emotional again just because it's like, you always go back and reflect sometimes, man. And once again, I get that song at 10, man. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel. But, you know, you go back and reflect, and it's like you know where you was many years ago on the same type of couch, man, sitting here. Like, and for me, it's just listening to the same song again, you know what I mean? But being in the state and in the place that I was at. And pretty much doing the same thing I'm doing right now, dog, which is like listening to music because music, like I said, is my therapy. So there was a lot of music that I was listening to and like just throwing on to get me through what I was getting through. And like, I don't think that there was really any real therapy that was going to get me through the trauma that I was going through. So I use music as my outlet to like get through that shit, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, and I tried therapy. That's why I say that too, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't say that because I didn't try. I just tried it and like I feel like I'm just so in tune with myself that I was like, I just got to figure out this shit, you know what I'm saying, by myself and like get through it now. There was some losses that came along the way, you know what I'm saying, tough losses along the way and like relationships that have been severed along the way. But I think, throughout that grieving and healing and all that process, man, you really start to find yourself, you know what I'm saying? You look in the mirror constantly and like this song meant a lot because like you go in a place where sometimes you don't want to be here no more, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you don't want to be here and sometimes you're just, you're talking to the higher powers that be and shit. So it's like, the only human shit, it's like, you're only human. You're going to go through these emotions. You're going to go through these pains. You're going to go through this roller coaster ride. It's all about how you're going to come on out at the end. You're going to get back on your feet again eventually. Like all pain or most pain is temporary. It's about like what you do with that pain and how you combat against that pain and what you do to pull yourself out of that, man. And like that, this is one of those songs, like I said, that really, really played a pivotal part in like that journey. You know what I'm saying? It plays a pivotal part in that journey. And I only brought this up because that Just a Man song had been reacted to earlier on and shit like that. So once again, I give this song a 10 just basically off of like how personal, how much it resonates with me personally. And it's a good song because Joey got some skill and Emanny killed that shit, you know what I'm saying? So that's where I leave with that, man. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel. That's what I got with that, man. We out of here. Peace. That was just a little raw reaction for y'all, man.